Here's some things you need to know about the argument for and against deporting Mahmoud Khalil based on public information. Here's the argument for his deportation. Mahmoud has been a lead negotiator for Columbia University Apartheid Divest, a pro-Palestine activist group. Quad has made statements that are either explicitly pro-Hamas or Hamas-aligned. Last year, on the one-year anniversary of Hamas's October 7th attack, they celebrated it as a moral, military, and political victory. They said that in the face of violence, violence is the only path forward. They stated, "We support liberation by any means necessary, including armed resistance." They called for the total eradication of Western civilization. And note, Hamas is designated as a terrorist organization by the United States. The pro-deportation camp argue that he's a leader of Quad and liable for the statements. Now, there's only one direct statement I found from Mahmoud that could be interpreted as supporting Hamas's action, which is this.
We tried armed resistance, which is again legitimate under international law, but again, Israel it is terrorism.
Now, additionally, Mahmoud is a green card holder. Green card holders don't get full First Amendment rights due to plenary power, which lets the president deport non-citizens for speech deemed a national security threat per Congress's laws. Under immigration law, if someone endorses or espouses terrorist activity or persuades others to endorse or espouse terrorist activity, they can be deported, even if they didn't commit a crime. Here's an example. After a 1999 case, 2 Palestinians were deported for their direct advocacy of PFLP, which is also considered a terrorist organization. But on the other hand, here's the argument against deporting Mahmoud. Mahmoud hasn't directly made any explicitly pro-Hamas statements. He argues that he had nothing to do with the statements that Quad made. There's no public proof that Mahmoud wrote or backed these specific statements. There's also the argument that despite precedent, it's unconstitutional for First Amendment protections to not fully extend to non-citizens. Some also argue that this looks like targeting pro-Palestine activists, and they're concerned that this is Trump using terrorism as a pretext to silence voices that are critical of Israel. So, where does that leave us? Well, here are the 2 questions that I'm interested in. 1, is Mahmoud responsible enough for the statements of Quad to warrant his deportation? 2, is it fair to give non-citizens fewer free speech rights than citizens? I have a longer video on my YouTube that you can check out if you want to hear my opinion from a few days ago. But honestly, I'm still thinking about this. For now, what do you think?